Good morning, Mary the Ambitious Gardener here. It's June 1st, about 8 o'clock in the morning, and just thought I'd do a quick garden tour. Lots going on in the garden. Over here I've got my peppers and cucumbers and dill, and there are some sunflowers. This is a jalapeno that took forever to grow, but it's finally starting to get some flowers on it. You can see that. I grew that from seed. The cowhorn peppers, I've already harvested quite a few. They are heavy producers and just ridiculously easy to grow. You can see on this plant there's a bunch of peppers that I plan on harvesting and eating today. The dill here in the front, I also grew from seed. I've harvested off of that a couple of times. It's so good. I made a cucumber salad with the cucumbers I harvested. It was just very tasty. There's just nothing like fresh herbs and vegetables out of your own garden. Boy, I tell you, they really the cucumbers really love climbing up this this mesh that I bought. I'm so glad I put that in. This morning I added some extensions of this other plastic mesh to try to get it to spread out and have more room. So hopefully it'll keep producing. I noticed some good bee pollinators flying around here this morning, just loving it, getting on those flowers and moving around and getting doing what they're supposed to do. Got some Boston picklers on here. There's some straight 8s on the other side. Some of these were store-bought. Some I grew from seed. I can't really remember which are which, but so far so good. No sign of worms or beetles or bugs. Am having a little issue with some mildew, but I've been spraying the plants pretty regularly, and it's actually working. So I'm keeping that in check. So I'm real happy about that. This other bed over here, as you can see, hopefully, there's a beautiful sunflower. Got 2 or 3 on this plant. All my sunflower plants were inundated with the big black ants, and as most of you know who've been following my video blogs, I do not like bugs, creepy crawly ants, so I had to do something. So I bought a can of ant killer and I lightly sprayed the plants, and I tell you, it worked. The ants are gone. Only minimal damage to some of the leaves, as you can see there. They got burnt just a little bit, but it didn't hurt the plant. So the ants are gone. So happy about that. Basil doing very well. I'm actually propagating some of that now. I'm gonna have some pots of basil, and looks real healthy. I harvested my first squash off of that plant, and I also harvested my first zucchini, but I don't see a whole lot of action going on here as far as any more production yet, but we'll see. I fertilized the other day. I'm trying to fertilize once every 10 days with a light fertilizer. Miracle-Gro seems to work. I have some fish emulsion that the tomatoes really like, and try to do that every couple of weeks. This is a Better Bush tomato. Looks real healthy. A lot of good flowers on it. This is a Big Boy tomato. It's covered in big tomatoes. Looks pretty good. This cucumber plant, there's actually 3 separate plants in this pot. It was an experiment, and so far producing very nicely. Got some yellowing down on the bottom, a little bit of mildew, but I'm treating it. You can see it's producing Boston picklers. So I'm very, very happy about that. Let's see, come over here and got some more aromas that are looking pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. Looks pretty healthy. I'm staying on top of spraying for aphids, although I do see some aphid damage right there. But so far, so good. No blight, no worms, and that's good. Okay, let's see. Harvested a bunch of carrots yesterday. Still have a bunch more in here that are still growing. Got some carrots right there in that bed. Got some carrots over there. Then later in the season, I planted those carrots over there. And they're so easy to grow. So if you're new to gardening, just remember carrots, peppers, super easy vegetable to grow. Okay? This is my vegetable flower bed. It looks so pretty. The zinnia is just more beautiful than I could have imagined it being. I haven't cut any of them, but I really should because they look so pretty in the house. That's a Salvia, if I'm saying that right. I've got a couple of those in there. Some impatiens, snapdragons, and there's their little daisies. And I took out the sugar snap peas. They were spent. They had stopped producing and started to brown and wither away. So I took them out yesterday, and I actually planted 3 more straight 8s down there, and hopefully they'll produce some more cucumbers. I tell you, I'll be sick of cucumbers by the end of the summer. Nah, I never be sick of cucumbers. Okay, this giant, I don't know, you can get an idea of how tall this is. That is very tall. Now there's 4 sunflower plants here. Squirrel got the one in the back. Ate the bud right off of the plant and actually broke the stem. It's still alive, it's still growing. The 3rd plant over here, this one had a bud on it, big flower, and something got it yesterday. I came out here this morning, there was only that 1 flower still. But these are giants. These are giants. And I actually sprayed these yesterday for ants, and a little bit of damage. But doesn't seem to have affected the plant really in any way. So the Roma green beans are just loving climbing up the stalk of the sunflower. And they are producing really heavily. I have a whole huge bag of green beans to cook today and more to harvest this morning. The kale, I had to take out. I think it was starting to bolt, and there was also some bug damage. I clipped back what I could on these. They're getting a little bit more sun now because all the onions, I harvested some onions yesterday, and they were kind of taking over this whole area. So I took them out. Now they have a little bit more air and sun, and I'm going to let them see if I can control the bugs and see if they'll start to sprout up a little bit more. The eggplant, slow going, but not looking too bad. Already harvested one, an Ichabod. I've got 2 varieties in here, the Ichabod and the Black Beauty. Didn't have any luck with the Black Beauty last year. Trying again this year. So we'll see what happens. Okay. I had planted some seeds, some lettuce seed. I know it might be a little late in the season for that, but I transplanted them here yesterday. That's romaine lettuce. There's another romaine lettuce right there. So we'll see. That's another experiment, and we'll see how it does. I'm not sure how it will do in the heat of the summer, but you don't know unless you try. There's a couple more romaines right there. I also threw some more radish seeds in here, and they're coming up now. So hopefully I'll have some lettuce and some radishes to go along with all of the cucumbers that I'm going to have. So, okay. Come over here, show you these other tomato plants. These are Romas. Full of tomatoes, but I started to notice some looks like cocooning there of a worm. So you know, it's never a good sign when you see that. And it looks like some blight maybe going on in there too. And I sprayed these this morning again, so we will see what happens with that. Okay, this over here was my potato patch I was so proud of, and last week all of a sudden they just started withering over and dying, and I couldn't figure out what in the heck was going on with them. So I did some research and realized that this soil over here has bacterial wilt. It causes bacterial wilt, the type of bacteria, especially in the tomatoes, any of the nightshade family, which are potatoes, tomatoes, eggplant, and you cannot get rid of it. Once it's in the soil, that's it. So I'm thinking the topsoil I used back here may have been a carrier. I don't know. It was cheap topsoil, and anyway, long story short, I had to get in there yesterday and dig up what potatoes I could get. They were kind of small. These were the baking potato variety. They were kind of small, but I did get about 7 potatoes, so I'm gonna roast them. They should be pretty good, but that was kind of disappointing to me. But anyway, you could check my blog for photos of my harvest yesterday, because I also harvested some garlic, a couple of yellow onions, and shallots. Shallots did really good. I was very happy with the outcome of the shallots, so you could check out the photos on the blog for that. And all right, well, I'm going to say goodbye now, and you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.